Hello, everyone. This is Lakshmi Parmeswar from Positive Outcomes, Inc. And today I'm going to be talking about the clinical supervision training session that is available, that was conducted live in the end of July. And it was a fabulous session, the first interactive Zoom session that we conducted. And the participants were incredible. There were clinicians from all over India. It was a very lively interactive session. And since then, I actually have been getting a lot of requests asking to repeat that session. But instead of repeating it, what we did is we recorded the session in its entirety, the 90-minute workshop session. And it is now available on my website. And I just want to tell you a little bit about it in case you think this is a good fit for you and you would like to attend. It is open to mental health professionals, clinicians who are practicing. Clinical supervision is not a very common occurrence in India. It's extremely regular and routine in the US. Clinical supervision, pretty much every clinician who is in clinical practice receives some kind of supervision. If you are not licensed, then it's mandated that you receive X amount of hours of clinical supervision. I think it's about 3,500 hours for most of the specialties. That may vary actually. So I wouldn't definitely say it's 3,500, but for professional counselors, it's 3,500 hours. And you usually accumulate that over, I want to say 2 to 3 years. And it's an intensive process. Clinicians grow through that. I remember my clinical supervision before licensure. It was one of the most rewarding, validating experience. And at this stage, I'm actually providing clinical supervision to quite a few clinicians. And also a lot of clinicians through Positive Outcomes have received their licensure. And that, of course, is extremely rewarding. Let's get back to this training that is available to those clinicians who are in clinical practice and who would like to attend this 90-minute Zoom session available through my website. If you're interested in it, you just need to send me an email. So first, let me tell you what we are planning or what we covered for that session and what you will be able to get. So the first thing is, we talked about the context of clinical supervision. What is your setting? Whether you work for somebody, is it a private setting? Is it a public setting? So we really kind of talked about the setting and how it relates to you and covered a whole bunch of options. Then, of course, we talked about the structure, who exactly, the structure of your job and who exactly is providing you supervision currently, if you are receiving any, and sort of the interaction between the clinical supervisor and the clinical supervisee. Then we went deep into the definition of supervision, the types, the processes, the nuances, and we went through a PowerPoint to sort of guide us through that discussion. And then we sort of concluded our discussion of clinical supervision. And then we did a session, we went through an experiential tool, which is called the Bike Ride to Resilience, where we actually, discussed cases or scenarios where you can use this both with adults and with children. And it's a therapeutic tool. And we discussed, what exactly it does and how it sort of encourages your clients to talk about all of their issues related to moving from this trauma of COVID-19 and pandemic to moving to a place of being able to develop resilience. And this was very interesting, and it was basically embarking on an adventure via a bright bike ride, and we dissected the trauma and we talked about how we could help this person develop or build resilience. So that basically was what we covered for the training in July. And like I said, we can definitely do this for you. You can attend this session, and after you attend the session or right before you attend it, we will send you all of the handouts. There were a fair amount of handouts that we developed, both in terms of the content of the clinical supervision part and also the part related to the tool, the therapeutic tool, which was a bike ride to resilience. So if you are interested in attending this session, please reach out to me. My email address is lakshmiparmeswar@yahoo.com. The website is thepositiveoutcomes.com. So please feel free to reach out and we'll be happy to help you out. Meanwhile, take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.